And let me cheers my party. This is the 8.5 dungeon, too, so it's the most recent one. Here we go. It's not Tender Valley. Yay. This is called the Clyteum. We found it. The mystical Clyteum. Yes. You look over here, that's the actual name of this dungeon. Oh, I missed one. Alright, there we go. Got him the second time. Pop intervene. Didn't need that. Got this together. Mitts up. And Paladin's confetti again. Same thing as before, right? Use your biggest attacks up front as your pool opener. And because I'm at level 100, I have the full kit with that. I have a Sage as a healer, so that's good to note. Have to use my Holy Sheltron. Holy Sheltron for a Paladin and gives it a quick heal. I just gotta rebuild my Paladin juice a little bit more, or pay more closer attention to it. Sprint! Going on to the next pool. That looked really cool, to be honest with you. Like just shattering through the skylight there. That looked really cool. I like that. Sprint is over. So let's slash these guys. I'm going to wait for that turd to get back over here. Use Circle of Scorn. Going back into my Paladin's confetti, which also gives me heals too, right? It's another thing to really consider, especially, like I said, with the Sage. Sage does a lot of shields. It's pretty potent with their heals too. But it's most notable for its shield, right? Notice one of my buffs there is it's called Kardia or Cardion, and every time it makes an attack, or the Sage makes an attack, I get a heal, kind of like a hot, if you will, heals over time. It's more of an active hot.
We'll handle things from here. Take care of the fisher.
These people. Do I have this up? I do. So, boss opener is pretty much the same thing. But I'll throw in my, what's it called? Goring Slash. I'll activate the Confettier and then go back to my Goring Slash. Then go into the rest of the casting there. Now this one, the Petrifying Beam, the opening Petrifying Beam is back-to-back. It's the only one that goes back-to-back. And it'll pick one side and it'll do the other. So that's pretty easy. Eyes on Me is just a area-wide attack. Now, I use, because again, going back to the whole Sage thing, their shields, I'll use my, what's it called, Divine Veil as a heal. Divine Veil could be a shield and it could be a heal. So when I have healers, I'll use it as a shield rather than the heal. So I'll proc it before the attack happens. As a heal, I'll use it after an attack happens. This will be the only time I'll use that in this mission here. Going into my Atonement series. Now this will just be a once-off Petrifying Beam. And now pretty much everything else is on repeat, just with a higher tempo. See, I can't use my Divine Veil now, but I would have used it now, after the attack happened. Where's the scanner at? I'll disengage and move to the wall where the scanner is, just to be the first one through it. Because now I can move into the healer was too far away for me to use my intervention, but that's what I would have done, is get there. Now, if you go back to the scanner, like you saw the little green check mark over my head, if I went back through the scanner, it would have registered it, which is kind of aggravating, but, you know, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Eyes on me. Can I pop this again? Oh, I can use that too. Bam. Divine Veil, got a little heal out of it. See how far the healer's getting away from me? Can't throw an intervention on it. But I can get into the attacking phase, or to resume attacking sooner by doing that. Bit of a strategy I've developed for this one. I guess you could continue attacking lit and become the last thing it scans. It just doesn't make sense to me. Activate sprint. Let's wait for the bars to pop up over these guys. Missed one, so I gotta stick around for an extra second. 3 more about to drop down. Also look really cool. Takes them a second to activate. I'm gonna throw up some mitts, fight or flight, Imperator, Fettier, and here we go. Just kind of keep their attention on me. Hopefully my team doesn't get into the spicy circles. What they will do. And we just keep this going. Back and forth, back and forth. And sprint. Second pull for the second boss. Another pretty simple one. Nice little corridor to run through. Keeps everything funneled. So as long as my team doesn't get behind me, this should be a pretty easy run. Still waiting on my invuln to recycle or cool down. I had to pop it a little earlier. Notice my health was declining pretty fast. Like right now. I usually don't freak out until like there's one little sliver of my health bar remaining. That's generally when I'll pop my invuln. I rarely ever use it proactively. And now it's Chorton time. Ripples of Gloom is another area-wide attack. Throw that out for the heal. Mortifying Flesh. It's kind of a unique move here. It does irritate me a little bit. Notice how I'm running towards the camera. Here we go. Doing good still. Basic Vomit. You want to be behind it, because it has that cone AoE there, which hit both my healer and teammate. just want to run to all of these little posts as they pop up. Ripples of Gloom. I don't have Divine Veil, so I'll throw out an Intervention. The Intervention for your teammates gives it a hot as well, so you get a hot potency over time. Oh, it's going the wrong direction now. Sprint. Got a little confused in my rotation there. Had to stop talking for a second and just react. You notice the healer was almost dead, so I threw out cover to take the blunt of the attacks. It worked out. Another one of these. Where's the other one? Throw out an Intervention again. Oh, I popped them both, didn't I? That was what I call a fat finger. At least they had some protection for that move. Come on, let's just hack it apart, hack it apart, hack it apart. There we go. Moving on to the third boss. First pull. P-U-L-L. Pull. Okay. Go ahead and activate Rampart in between there because they're going to keep attacking me here. I'm going to continue to pull them over here to where the exit is. Alright, here we go. And make sure I use, what's that called? Bulwark. Every attack I receive under the effects of Bulwark gives me a shield protection. It'll show you an extra parried amount. This must be what my money feels like when I deposit it to a bank. Alright. Activate sprint. Capture these. Oh, I missed them. There we go. That's why I like playing on a PC. I'm more of a controller user anyways, but I can still have the benefits of a mouse. And that I'm using an Xbox related layout, I can move around and use my hat switches with my other hand. Make sure I'm not dying yet. Let me just cast that. Didn't want to start another rotation just to break it. Let's see here. Our black mage is in a cutscene. So I'm just going to move up here. And oh, I took out my dance. I had the Manderville Mumbo there, but because I needed a space for the Phoenix Down, I replaced it. Oh, there, I could have also done the bee's knees, I suppose. There we go. Intervene, followed by Circle of Scorn, and we go into our rotations here. Rubbish Disposal is going to be a area-wide attack, so I'll cast that afterwards. Now let me go into my Paladin's Confetti rotation. Okay, so that's as you can tell, it's meant to be like a half moon, but depending on where Malthus is on the map, it could take up way more space than just a half. Now, the ones I pay attention to here are the big ones, because they have a conal AoE. You see those, the ones that are active, I call those the small ones. They just have that little circle AoE. Now, that big one there is going to have a cone. And you'll see I'll start tracking along with the two of them as they go through. AQUATE amount of shield. So I want to be in the safe zone there. This time, he's going to hit them all at the same time. I want to come over here. Well, it's not the best space. But obviously, I wouldn't die to it. Void Dark again. Circle of Scorn. Now we move around. You see that little play button? You have to keep moving around. And it's nicer for like your physical DPS because you continue attacking during that motion. Sheltron, and then Reprisal because I want 10% less of that. And it still hit me pretty hard. So the Rubbish Disposal is going to knock these machines out. It hit me pretty hard because I have a debuff going on from that spicy circle. Tried to do better this time. This time he's going to pick them up and move them around. So I'm going to stand over here, see which direction we're going. We're going this way. Oh, darn. Sometimes I need to follow this one in the middle. No, don't get me there. It got me. So I got twice the invuln going right now. That was just bad positioning. Where's the big ones going? There we go. Yukio is alive. How about that? Get out of the way. I can't tell if I got hit by that. I still have that 2 going on at the same time. I need to lock in, guys. Yep, now I'm up to 3, so 4 is almost certain death. See, there goes that. Hopefully somebody has a Phoenix down that they can use. Doesn't look like it. It's going to interrupt me, isn't it? Yep, I got to lock in. Having that massive debuff is not going to help. Throw a Clemency on myself. It's going to move these yahoos around again. Dang. At least I'm back to 1. Bro, can I please heal my party? GG, we made it. Let's see if he'll wait for my Phoenix down. Ooh, that one was a little nail biter there towards the end, wasn't it? Give everybody another cheers. Throw a player commendation to the healer. Loot, do I need this? No. I'm either 770 or higher. All of my classes. I got all 3 comms. That was